Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Watch my video and subscribe my channel. Luna lives. Sheila and Lee's deadly pact could destroy the Finnegan family forever. Luna is alive, and two grandmothers from hell just made a deadly pact. The most twisted alliance in B&B history has fans screaming. Hold onto your remote controls, soap fans, because what happened on Tuesday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful is about to devastate the Finnegan family. Luna Nozoa has just awoken from a coma, and the first faces she sees? Her two grandmothers, Sheila Carter and Dr. Lee Finnegan, are hovering over her bed, making promises that should terrify everyone in Los Angeles. These two mothers hate each other with the fury of 1,000 suns, but here they are, promising unwavering support and companionship to the grandchild who just committed murder. Nobody foresaw the unholy alliance. Let's break it down since it's completely insane. Lee Finnegan, the ostensibly respectable doctor that we all assumed was one of the good guys, has gone full criminal mastermind. She fabricated Luna's death, altered medical papers, and whisked her comatose granddaughter away to a secret lair where she has been playing God. Again. Remember when she did the same thing to Finn after Sheila shot him? Apparently that was not a one-time moral lapse. It is now her signature move. The woman has made feigning death into an art form, and honestly, she might be more dangerous than Sheila at this point because you already know Sheila is nasty. Lee is out here breaching every medical oath she has ever taken while professing to have the moral high ground. But wait, it gets worse. Sheila Carter, a crafty psychopath, became suspicious when there were no cremation documents for Luna. Of course she did. This is a woman who has faked her own death several times and knows all the tactics. So she sought down Lee and revealed the facts, forcing him into this horrible alliance. A vow based on lies and manipulation. When Luna awoke, these two grandmothers made her a promise, which was actually a thinly veiled threat. Their support isn't about assisting Luna, it's about controlling her and keeping this combustible bombshell hidden. But here's the kicker. They can't even agree on what support means. Sheila wants to assist Luna leave Los Angeles and start over somewhere else. Meanwhile, Lee believes she can help Luna find repentance through more lies, more cover-ups. The woman has totally lost the plot. The tension in that secret area had to be thick enough to cut with a knife. These two women attempted to kill each other. Sheila ran Lee off the road, causing a horrific crash that should have killed her. Lee has made it apparent that she wants Sheila would die already. And now they're standing together, appearing to be a unified front for Luna's sake. This alliance has the same shelf life as milk left out in the California sun. The marriage that will not survive this bombshell. Let's talk about the real casualty, Finn and Steffy's marriage. Steffy has already experienced hell with this family. Luna kidnapped and tormented her, holding her captive in an animal cage. Sheila shot her. She dealt with Lee's deception when she concealed Finn's survival. And now she's about to discover that both of Finn's mothers cooperated to protect the woman who attempted to murder her. Game over. There is no recovering from this betrayal. Steffy had been warning Finn about his harmful family connections for years, and now demonstrates she was correct all along. When this truth is revealed, Finn will be caught in the most terrible situation imaginable. How can he defend this? His adoptive and biological mothers collaborated to hide his daughter, who terrorized his wife. Even Finn's famed ability to recognize the good in others cannot turn this into something forgivable. The fallout will be nuclear. When this scheme is revealed, and believe me, secrets this large never stay hidden in soapland, the shockwaves will demolish everything. Ridge and the entire Forrester clan will be appalled. They've been terrorized by Sheila for decades. Will they now discover that the respectable Dr. Lee is just as bad? The treachery will be catastrophic. Bill Spencer is about to lose his sanity. This is a man who has recently faced with a big medical scam perpetrated by Dr. Grace Buckingham. And now another doctor is attempting to cover it up? Luna also shot his kid, Liam. Bill's outrage will be explosive. Deacon Sharp, Sheila's husband, will be caught in the center of this calamity. How does he defend his wife's role in this conspiracy? His relationship with everyone at Forrester will be over. What happens to Luna now? This is when things become really fascinating. Luna is awake, terrified, and utterly at the mercy of two ladies who are exploiting her as a pawn in their devious scheme. Will she pit them against each other? Will she flee while they are fighting? Or will she actually comply with one of their plans? My money is on Luna being more manipulative than the two of them together. She has Sheila's DNA after all, and she has already demonstrated that she is capable of murder and worse. These grandmothers believe they have the upper hand, but Luna may outsmart them both. And let's not forget that actress Lisa Yamada has other commitments, so Luna's days may be numbered. But what a way to go out if this is her final song, the ultimate betrayal. What I find most disturbing about this scenario is how Lee has transformed into everything she claimed to despise. She detested Sheila for being a crook, lying and putting Finn in risk. And now, she's doing exactly the same things. She has breached the law, betrayed her family's trust, and endangered everyone by keeping Luna alive and concealed. The parallel between Lee hiding Finn and now sheltering Luna is both intentional and amazing. It demonstrates how trauma has completely destroyed Lee's moral compass. She is not the upstanding doctor we thought she was. She is a woman so anxious to manage life-threatening conditions that she is willing to abandon everything she once stood for. What about Sheila? This is classic Sheila Carter. She's put herself in a position where she has power, where she can play the hero while also being the puppet master. Her protection of Luna is basically about getting closer to Finn and adding another family member to her debt. The clock is ticking. This conspiracy is a ticking time bomb, and when it explodes, it will destroy everyone in its path. Finn and Steffy's marriage will not last. Lee's reputation will be shattered. Sheila will find a way to benefit from the commotion. And Luna? She will either end up in jail, a mental facility, or on the run. But what is the biggest tragedy? Finn is about to lose everything. If Steffy takes the kids and flees, he would lose his wife, his family's confidence, and possibly his connection with his son Hayes. This unholy union between Sheila and Lee isn't about love or protection. It's about two women so broken by their own obsessions that they're willing to ruin everything in their path. They've made a vow at Luna's bedside, but it's actually a declaration of war against anyone who threatens their twisted definition of family. Mark my words. This secret will be revealed in the most spectacular and tragic way possible. And when does it happen? The Finnegan family as we know it will be entirely destroyed. The writers have created a perfect storm of betrayal, deception, and hard decisions. This is not just another soap opera secret. It is the secret that will change everything. Ridge's delay, Taylor Stahl's bridge reunion. The psychologist could take some dramatic steps to ensure that Brooke Logan waits forever for her destiny. Continue reading to learn about what could happen next on the CBS soap opera, Bridge Revelation. Brooke has never denied having feelings for Ridge. The designer has been unable to admit the truth about his own feelings. That all changed when Brooke fell from Nick Marone's boat. Ridge pulled her from the water, but she wasn't breathing. Brooke went toward the light and saw Ridge, not God, her history, or her children. Ridge was relieved she had lived when she awoke. Ridge was resolved not to repeat the same mistakes. He promised Brooke he would make it right. Ridge Forrester's truth bomb. When they return to Los Angeles, Brooke will have a lot to tell Donna, Katie, and Hope Logan. Meanwhile, Ridge plans to tell Taylor the truth about his relationship with Brooke. Taylor hays disbelief. According to the bold and the beautiful spoilers, Taylor will be completely shocked. Either that, or she is completely insane. In a preview clip, Taylor informs Ridge that Brooke has a future, but not with the designer. Taylor then adds that she will not remove her engagement ring. Ridge drops his head down, realizing that splitting up with Taylor will be difficult. Brooke Logan's reunion postponed? Taylor appears to have the potential to benefit from her broken heart syndrome diagnosis. If Bridge reunites, Taylor may suddenly collapse and declare that her Jess has returned. Of course, Ridge would rush in, just like the last time. Taylor may also do other things. Could she team up with Nick to ensure that they both get the partners they want? How far will they go? And will Taylor and Nick eventually have their own romance? With head writer and executive producer Bradley Bell hinting that Bridge is coming to an end, Taylor will need another guy to turn to. If not Nick, perhaps it is Deacon Sharp. After all, if Deacon finds out about Sheila's secret, their marriage could end. So keep tuned for some reunions and shake-ups. Brooke's poisonous love will not last. According to the bold and the beautiful spoilers, while the feeling may be pleasant right now, it will not stay long. Of course, we're talking about Brooke Logan's reunion with Ridge Forrester. Fans predicted this from the start, given that they were both planned a trip to Italy together. Brooke's poisonous love will not last. Brooke may feel like she's on cloud nine now that she's back in Ridge's arms, but reality will set in sooner than later. That's because it's only a matter of time before Ridge does what he's done before. Dump her abruptly. Brooke should have learned from her mistakes, but this does not appear to be the case. Some drama viewers turned to social media to comment on the situation, saying Ridge was nasty to Brooke and said the most heinous things about her daughter. Then, he practically demanded that she choose between him and Hope when he urged her to put her and Beth out. What's next for Brooke Logan? Another critic commented. They stretch these stories for months with hardly any nuance and then poof, done. The only difference is that this bridgeation gave us too many cockeyed, smug Bridge scenes with Brooke begging Ridge and explaining the same thing about taking over as CEO over and again. I can only watch the show if I believe it's a parody. With Sheila 8 toes and Nozoa power, what could possibly go wrong? Sheila, Lee, and Luna are stars of the show The Bold and the Beautiful. Today's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful had Lee and Sheila founding the Mutual Admiration Society Granny chapter. Lee didn't see the point in redoing tests or taking Luna's vital signs after they celebrated her awakening. Instead, she determined Luna's first speech should be a recounting of how she shot 3 people, including her adoring grandmother. Luna displayed something we had never seen before, true horror at her actions. You're upsetting her, Lee said, quickly blaming Sheila for following her directions. But Sheila was telling her favorite story, how she lost another toe. Despite reading the room, she reached out her foot for a visual. We noted Sheila 8 toes' unusually positive attitude on not being able to wear flip-flops again. Lee rolled her eyes. Luna appeared traumatized, and Sheila couldn't care less because she was so pleased about her upcoming digit removal event. If there is one thing we can expect from the repetition of Lee saving a descendant, it will be some entertaining scenes starring Lee and Sheila in the 2025 version of The Odd Couple. Do you want further information? We have got you. Soap Central offers the most extensive B&B recaps on the internet. You could go back over 30 years and read them all. If you can't wait for the next episode, we've got daily spoilers. Don't forget to read the 2 scoops this weekend for some laughs. It's like a watching party without the program, and we'd love to hear your feedback. Lee tells Finn the truth about Luna. Will Sheila force a confession? According to The Bold and the Beautiful teasers, Dr. Lee Finnegan will have to make a difficult decision on the CBS serial drama. Sheila Carter was surprised to find that her granddaughter, Luna Nozawa, was still alive. Lee has been busy keeping her niece/granddaughter alive. She told everyone that Luna had died in the recovery room. She couldn't let police officers lock her up without a key. She knows Luna deserves to be redeemed. Sheila was worried that things would end badly for Lee and Luna. When the truth is exposed, Dr. John Finnegan will question Lee's role in saving Luna's life. Sheila makes Lee come clean. According to Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Sheila insists that Lee tell Finn the truth. She believes that is the only way. Finn deserves to know the truth. Finn has been grieving the loss of his daughter, but the situation is confusing for him. Luna terrified Steffy Forrester. If not for Liam, Spencer, Luna might have shot Steffy. Sheila reminds Lee of the men Luna murdered, and she even blames her mother, Penelope Papinozoa, for the killings. Deep down, Lil knows Sheila is right. Luna even attempted to harm her grandmother, who lost another toe as she pointed the gun at her foot. According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Lee offers to give Finn an update on Luna. She isn't looking forward to their chat, but she knows it has to be done. Sheila promised to be there for Lee, as they wanted the best for their granddaughter, Luna. Finn discovers the truth. As promised, Lee contacts Finn to discuss Luna. She may ask him to meet her at the flat that has been turned into a hospital room so he may see his daughter for himself. Lee explains to her son that she couldn't let Luna's life go by. Poppy was a terrible mother to her, so Lee felt compelled to show the young woman what true love was. Finn looks at the unconscious Luna, worried. He can't explain it. He feels relieved Luna is still alive and could recover. But what she did to Steffy was horrible. Steffy can't forgive her or accept her into their family. Lee must weigh her options. When Luna recovers, she realizes she must turn her in. If she doesn't, Finn probably will. He wouldn't endanger Steffy's life while Luna strolled the streets. If Luna is still alive, Shin has died. According to previews on The Bold and the Beautiful, Sheila Carter will rejoice that her granddaughter Luna Nozoa is still alive due to Lee Finnegan. Unfortunately, Sheila is the only person in Los Angeles who will be relieved Luna avoided death. Will Luna Nozowa's resurrection terminate her biological father's marriage? Continue reading to find out. Here's what comes next on Bold and Beautiful, with spoilers below. Finn gets terrible news. Dr. Lee Finnegan made a surprising decision on her own. She faked Luna Nozoa's death before bringing her home from the hospital, concealing her from the authorities and nursing her back to health. This week on the CBS soap, previews show Sheila being happy when she discovers Luna. However, her father, Dr. John Finnegan, will not agree. Fans of The Bold and the Beautiful were outraged by Finn's cold attitude to losing his daughter. In fact, the outstanding doctor looked to be relieved that she was no longer involved. Luna was never a threat to Finn, but she did finally end his marriage to Steffy Forrester. Steffy made it clear to Finn that if he did not cut ties with his psychotic daughter Luna, she would end their marriage. Dr. Finn, the devoted husband, cut communication with his troubled daughter and turned his back on her. Steffy, on the other hand, packed up the kids and left town, completely oblivious that Luna was still alive. It's just a matter of time before Luna's grandmothers organize a reunion with her father, Finn. After fearing his daughter was dead, Finn may change his mind and decide to give her another chance. Heads will roll when Steffy returns. BNB spoilers predict that when Steffy Forrester returns home, she will blow her top over Luna Nozowa. However, at that point, Finn may have grown so attached to his not-so-dead daughter that he refuses to abandon her again. Brooke and Ridge's uneasy homecoming. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, August 13th suggest that Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester will have an uncomfortable reunion. Taylor Hayes' fiancé will also be divided when Ridge returns to Los Angeles. So here's what fans can expect. Eric Forrester will join Ridge and Brooke in the Forrester Creations office. This will allow the three of them to reunite with Donna Logan Forrester and Katie Logan following the turbulence in Italy. Of course, Katie and Donna will be pleased that Brooke is okay after her boat capsized. Brooke could have died if Ridge hadn't acted immediately to save the day. In Wednesday's BNB episode, Brooke complimented Ridge on his quick thinking, which Donna and Katie will definitely appreciate. Eric will be appreciative as well, and he hopes Brooke's close encounter serves as a reminder of how much Ridge has to lose. Ridge's predicament will be significantly more complicated, as he will be torn between his lasting feelings for Brooke and his engagement to Taylor. Ridge had pledged to remarry Taylor and spend the rest of their lives together, making breaking her heart more harder. Ridge will return to his kiss with Brooke and his promise not to take her for granted again. Unfortunately, Ridge will break his vow, at least for a while. Brooke and Ridge won't be romantically reconnected just yet, so their trip to Los Angeles will be unpleasant. Taylor will encounter Ridge shortly after the trip, so she may detect a change in him. Taylor may be concerned that Brooke is ready to steal Ridge's heart again, but she will not let it happen. According to the bold and the beautiful spoilers, Taylor will receive alarming details about Ridge's rescue of Brooke, but she will disregard the warning signs and go ahead with her wedding plans.